Samsung has exploded higher plus 8.22% to $309,500, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Monday, July 6th, and this is your complete global market briefing. A positive session is unfolding. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is broadly flat at $7,483.24, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Investor sentiment is being shaped by European stocks rally to cap best week since May, markets wrap. NASDAQ 100 is down -1.61%, trading at $29,329. Investor sentiment is being shaped by TSMC versus Nvidia. Which RE semiconductor stock should you buy in July? Trading view. Dow Jones is up +1.14%, trading at $52,900. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. DAX is trading higher by +0.78%, at $25,779. This comes as stock market today. Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading higher by +0.25%, at $10,679. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, surged +8.22% to $309,500. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Northrop Grumman made a dramatic move today, surged +5.59% to $549.01. Equity markets are responding to reports that Northrop Grumman, NOC, has a long-cycle deterrence and mission systems engine bigger than a budget debate. Alpha Street. Government IT and classified programs provide stable base earnings that are often underappreciated. The next intercontinental ballistic missile contract is a potential large upside catalyst. Watch for any DoD budget line item commentary on space programs. Meta made a dramatic move today, plunged -4.90% to $582.90. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Meta Platforms, NASDAQ, Meta, eyes cloud revenue but margin trade-off looms for investors, foreignpolicyjournal.com. The advertising engine continues to outpace expectations. AI-driven targeting improvements are delivering direct revenue per user gains each quarter. The key variable to watch is engagement per user as Reels, Stories, and Threads compete for time. Reality Labs' losses are the one overhang, but core momentum is exceptional. Apple surged +4.84% to $308.63 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Apple's stock gains as company XX cite iPhone, Mac demand in boosting guidance. Apple Intelligence adoption rate across the iPhone 16 base is the variable that will determine whether this cycle outperforms the last. Services revenue, now running at over $100 billion annualized, compounds regardless of hardware timing. The India manufacturing expansion de-risks the China tariff story meaningfully. Watch for any product announcement that could re-accelerate upgrades. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as stock market today. Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain a key driver for growth and technology stocks, which are highly sensitive to discount rate assumptions. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. Turning to commodities. Brent crude ticked up to $72.13 per barrel, up 0.46% on the session. The move follows reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. WTI crude ticked up to $68.78 per barrel, up 0.13% on the session. The move follows reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as oil drops and Micron earnings loom, QZ.com. Natural gas climbed to $3.25, up 1.53% on the session. This comes as stock market today, Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold climbed to $4,187.30 per troy ounce, up 1.81% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by safe havens aren't behaving like they used to. Here's what's changed. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Samsung sits around $328,070. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, gaining 0.15% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.34, gaining 0.1% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.45, gaining 0% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to European stocks rally to cap best week since May, markets wrap. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We cover every major global market, every single day. If this kind of daily, actionable analysis is useful to you, please support us with a like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it means a great deal to this channel. Share this with anyone who invests or trades, they will thank you for it. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.